Hi, if you're new to my channel, welcome. So I'm here in Fraser Park right now in this really cute log cabin. Never been in a log cabin before. We're glamping. So you might hear some noises from downstairs from people doing their thing. Just wanted to talk about my Nexplanon experience. Is that what I want to talk about today? Alright. This is a story of listening to your body and making sure that you get the best birth control for you. There's side effects with all birth control, and you just have to make sure that those side effects are something that you're willing to put up with and that are healthy for you to put up with. Without further ado, here it is. So when I got Nexplanon, I was young. So I was on this birth control for 3 years. I decided to get this birth control because it went in your arm, but you didn't have to insert it into your vagina, which was for me at the time, I didn't want anybody doing that, anybody putting an IUD up there, I didn't trust the ring, and I didn't trust the patch or a lot of the other things. So I was like, okay, this is the best option for me. When I got it, at first, I wasn't getting my period for some months. So I would get my period for a month, and then the next month I wouldn't, and then eventually turned to 3 months I wouldn't bleed, to 3 months I would bleed consistently, and then it just started spiraling into this thing where I was constantly bleeding, and I wasn't bleeding for a week, and then if I would have sex, then I would start bleeding again. So it wasn't good, it wasn't healthy. I eventually lost a third of my blood, but I kept doing it. And you might be thinking, why don't you just take it off if you're bleeding all the time? That sounds awful. But I was not paying attention to my body, and I wasn't taking care of it. I went to the doctor, and she tells me, okay, well, there's nothing wrong with you. You probably just need a new birth control, but you're fine. And so she didn't make me go to the gynecologist or to the doctor or anything. And so I thought, well, if she's not going to try to fix it, she says I'm fine, then I'm just going to leave it, because I have so much more important stuff than my body, crazy. But I have so much more important stuff to take care of. Time passes, I continue being on this birth control, and eventually I start to feel really exhausted. I start to become really, really depressed. Now, mind you, I do have depression. I should say this, I did have depression, which is why I didn't notice it until I got it removed, that my mood improved. Didn't want sex that often, because I was constantly bleeding. And my hair started falling out, my nails were breaking very easily. And I remember one time I took a shower, grabbed my towel, and my nail just broke off. So it was so weak, and my nails weren't growing or anything. And it was I was a mess. I would wake up in the morning and make myself breakfast, change, do whatever I needed to do in the morning. And I would be exhausted. I would feel like I did a full day's work. So it was exhausting and not healthy, and it affected my work performance. I wouldn't recommend it, When I worked enough to get health insurance again, I went to this doctor, and she told me that I've lost a third of my blood, and if I continue I could get leukemia, which is something that I want to make sure I don't get, because my mom's sister died of leukemia, and so it's something that's very I've always been aware of. My mom's always told me don't get leukemia, and so for me it was kind of like, okay, I have to improve my health. Now, the difference with this doctor was that she told me, okay, so we have to get you back on track. I want you to remove this birth control. We're going to go through and we're going to select a new birth control, and I'm going to refer you to a gynecologist. She did all of that, and she also told me, okay, here's some referrals for therapists, because we want your whole body to be healthy, which is different. It was a new concept introduced to me at that moment of taking care of yourself and listening to your body. We decided on the ring, that was the best option for me. So this doctor worked with me to do that and help me get out my Nexplanon, and so I was very thankful for that. Oh, and once I got my Nexplanon removed, I noticed my mood improved a little bit. I wasn't as sad. And although I still need therapy, I'm not saying that I'm cured from depression. I'm just saying that I notice it's not as bad as it was at that time. This is just a video to tell you my experience with it. Maybe it helps you decide what birth control is best for you. Again, all birth control comes with side effects. So you have to determine what is the best birth control for you that is going to not affect your life as much. That's my story. Hopefully it helps you.